My trip to Germany taught me quite a lot of lessons for the things I want in my life. I've known it before that I really enjoy traveling, and it's something I really want to keep doing while I still have the health for it. Going to Germany was the first time I've been outside of North America. It really brought to light how vastly different going to other countries other than the United States and Canada. I made so many irreplaceable memories that I'll never forget. The different foods, cultures, and of course, beer and pretzels was such a good experience, except for when that wasp landed in my beer after almost landing on my face. So, how does this expensive vacation relate to investing? I already knew my end goal of investing is to become financially free so I can have the freedom to do this whenever I want. But actually, going on this trip brought a whole new level of understanding and conviction for this dream. It reminded me how badly I want this life to explore the world with my loved ones and just create experiences and memories outside of my job, where I have maybe a couple hours in the evenings or a full weekend if I'm lucky, if I don't have to work the Saturday as well. Through investing, I won't have to worry as much about sticking to a strict budget of what I can or cannot afford while I'm on holidays. I'll be able to live a little more comfortably while I'm on holidays because my investing accounts will be paying me even while I'm on vacation. I'll have a much bigger safety net to support myself, so maybe I can go out for that extra fancy dinner or rent that Porsche like me and my girlfriend wanted to. It was a very outlandish idea, but more of a joke than anything. But someday I don't want it to be an outlandish idea or a funny joke. I want it to be a reality of, yeah, let's do it. All while my investments will be paying me more than enough to pay for the trip, as well as cover all my bills while I'm away. Although it would have been nice to live a little more lavishly while in Germany, being in the process of my investing goals and still saving the amount needed for the trip did teach me a valuable lesson. If this is a life I want to live more than just once every couple years, I'll have to keep cracking down on my budget now that I'm home. Which brings me to my next point. It was very nice getting away from reality for a couple of weeks. But now that vacation mode is over, I have a fresh new determination to really get back in a full grind and save mode. The last couple months leading up to my trip, I was starting to get pretty burnt out and disconnected from my savings goals. For the past 2 years, I've been fully focused on saving up for a down payment for my house, and then after the purchase, I've been working on maxing out my tax sheltered investing accounts. This little escape has brought me a fresh motivation to get back into my routine of saving for my future, and also to keep me working hard to actually have the money to put away. Although investing is important, this trip also taught me to live a little. Me and my girlfriend did a ton of walking, touring cities, little mountain hikes to see castles, going through beautiful cathedrals, and just wandering around and taking everything in. We walked an average of 20,000 steps a day, and luckily we are young and healthy. Even though we're healthy, my knees definitely are very stiff since getting home, but I'm also going to blame that on the long flights and the hours of driving that we did in Germany, as we basically did a road trip around the entire country. My point that I'm trying to get to is you never truly know what your health is going to look like in 5, 10, or even 15 years. You don't even know what it's going to look like next year. It's important to save and invest. It's very important. But it's also important to enjoy life along the way and not just wait till you're in retirement to do the things you want. Life can change in an instant, and you don't want to live your life with regrets of, I wish I did that when I was younger, or I wish I did that when I had the health to do so. The destination is important, but so is the journey, which reminds me of a clip I saw a while back that I'm going to play right now.
Isn't necessarily hitting any specific milestone, be it weight, strength, size, whatever. It's more so just, making progress over time, right? The guy who likes walking is going to walk further than the guy who likes the destination. You understand?
I know the context of this clip is about bodybuilding, but as someone who used to watch a lot of Sam Sulik's videos, it's motivation that can also apply to investing. It's not just about the destination, it's about enjoying the journey to get there. The destination is just as important as the journey. It's important to just take a break sometimes, get some fresh air, take a personal day, whatever you need to do to keep yourself focused, but also more importantly, enjoying the life we only get to live once. It doesn't just have to be a vacation, it can be something far cheaper than that. But if you're in a constant state of work, you start to forget the point of what it's all for, at least in my very non professional opinion. Now, traveling isn't my only end goal, but it is definitely one thing that's a huge motivator to become financially free. I also want to be able to spend quality time with friends and family and not be stuck at work all the time to the point where my coworkers are more of my family than my actual family. That is one of my biggest fears, not actually knowing my future kids and watching them grow up because I'm absent while at work. I also want to provide a good life for my future kids, the way my parents and grandparents did for me. So, what's your financial end goal? Let me know in the comments. I'm very excited to see what everyone says. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.